What's up, traders? Welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. We'll be doing a live trading session, live analysis, and live discussion that we do every single day. As you know, that today is weekend, Friday, and this is a pre-London session live streaming. Very important session because as you know that weekend is very volatile. There is a news coming up on USD later today, so this is going to be an extremely valuable session for you guys. So make sure before I begin this important session, give a big thumbs up, smash the like button, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. Check out that you did it. Know once you subscribe, everything will be on in your home page, all the content that we are releasing every single day. Now, as we finished our yesterday's live session on New York session with gold for predicted to be bullish, and we have seen, in fact, there has been a strong momentum on gold happen, and as you know that including the euro dollar, everything is going according to the plan. So as this is weekend, so let's find out where we can expect now gold and all these pairs to reach this weekend, how we can take the full advantage of upcoming news announcement, where we can find the entry opportunity. Now at the same time, guys, don't hesitate to ask me any question using this live chat. There is a live chat available, you can use that. So let's begin first of all with gold on the monthly, looking at higher time frame. Always, you know that multi time frame is the key in understanding any kind of price action. So on the monthly perspective, we see that gold is in fact bullish. We see that this is the monthly price action. Previous months there has been a strong bounce from this level on the monthly, created this strong bullish candle. Now what we see that gold, in fact, on the monthly, as soon as the market open, we have seen primarily a bounce, retreat back almost to the monthly support. Now it is bouncing back again. So basically it is giving us another possibility for movement to the upside. Now at the same time, we know that there is a very important monthly level here, monthly resistance. What I think that the price may break this resistance even to the upside, or at least we can expect the price action to reach that monthly resistance. Looking at the weekly perspective, we see that this price action on the weekly time frame also now currently highly bullish. What you see starting from here, this is the weekly impulse correction. Now it is in another impulsive phase. Primarily we have seen, after creating an overextended market on the weekly time frame, we have seen that gold has a retreat back exactly what expected in the weekly forex forecast. This is the wave that has been expected in my weekly forex forecast. If you remember that from this resistance to come back again, to go back up again, price is doing exactly as it is. Give a big thumbs up, guys, and also don't miss out the subscribe button, so that next time whenever I am releasing any content, you are notified as soon as I release. As you know, the trading content is always, you need to stay up to date to find the best trading opportunity in the market. Now looking at the daily time frame, we see that gold, in fact, creating exactly a predictable price action, which is very important to know. Predictable price action is very important. When you see a predictable price action, it is easy for us to enter a trade, and as a result, as you have seen yesterday, we had back-to-back two winning trades on gold. Now what do we see? This is the daily chart, which is very clean price action. What I see that gold, as you can see, firstly on the daily created a double bottom here, and then has cleanly broken to the upside, and then has come back down for a retracement. Now this is the crucial level of order block on gold. As you can see, this is an order block, and from that order block, what we see that gold had a bounce. Now this is the daily chart with a shooting star. We have seen that gold had a bounce. Now if I look at the intraday perspective, what I see that this is a very beautiful price action. As you can see, this is if I extend this level, guys, this is the real learning you will find. You see that many of you sometimes ask me about the order block. How do you identify, in fact, an order block, and how can you buy or sell from an order block? So order block is basically the level where institutional or the smart money want to buy or sell. Now, it is very crucial that we know this concept, because as a retail trader, if we want to be profitable, we need to know what the smart money is doing. It's like, if you want to row your boat in a big wavy ocean with a smaller boat, it's very difficult. But if you stay behind a big ship, let's say a giant Titanic, you don't need to do anything, just stay with them. Their flow will take you to the direction that you want to go. So the same way, when you know that when the institutional traders placing their trade, the order block, it is very easy for you to, in fact, to understand where the market is heading. As you can see, this is the support zone here, resistance. Now this level is the order block. Okay, this is where the institutional buyers and sellers were interested to buy and sell, and we have seen in the past pardon me, guys. Sorry. So we saw that from this level, this is a very important level of supply area where we have seen a big sell-off happen, and then we have seen this is the level where this is a demand zone, okay, where the buyers bought, and when the price came back to the same level, we have seen multiple higher low has been created, and we have seen a big bounce. Now during the New York live session yesterday, you remember this is what exactly I mentioned when this candle was almost finished, that the price is likely to around 1784, around say 1784, and then to jump up. Okay, so let's see what happened. The prediction after the New York session, we have seen exactly from that point there has been a bounce on gold. Smash the like button now, and also, as I mentioned, don't miss out subscribing to the channel, and thank you for your support in this channel, guys. Everything you are supporting in this channel, giving a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, commenting, and also interacting, that really helps the channel, and I really appreciate your support for growth of this channel. This is your channel, as you know that I'm trying to give the maximum value possible for all of you. So with that in mind, let me look at the chat. I see. Hi coach, Euro GBP. Yeah, I'll look at it now. Mohanat, good morning coach, thank you for your support. Please, US30 and US oil. Yeah, absolutely, I'll do that. Hi coach, good afternoon. Can you have a look at natural gas, sir? Yeah, absolutely, thank you very much. Mansuki, good morning coach. Gold, dollar, yen, euro, cat. Please, yeah, absolutely, we'll go through all of them. Thumbs up, thank you very much. Mohanat, Mila, thank you. Good morning Mila, thank you very much. Kanayat, good morning sir. Please, gold, yeah, absolutely. Kobo, good job, thank you very much. You did also good job, that's amazing. Let's look at US30. Now, as I mentioned earlier, basically, see, if you know this secret or what I call a trick to predict the market with, from looking at one pairs to understand, in fact, all the pairs, how the market will move, is, say for example, once you start your day, that's how I do normally. Let's say I start with my day, especially with DXY, which is very, very important, because once you look at DXY, it will give you, in fact, a direction of all the markets almost, especially direction, not the entry, direction. Let's say all the USD pairs, all US30, NASDAQ, gold, except US oil, which is very independent. US oil not dependent on dollar, but it's an independent, but US oil fully dependent on CAD pairs. So how the DXY start, as I mentioned yesterday also, we started this pre-London session live streaming when the price was here on DXY. As you can see, this is a DXY. Exactly, I think this candle was forming during this live session, DXY. And this is what I mentioned, that guys, that the price likely to create a head and shoulder and then to drop. And interestingly, exactly the price did that, as you can see, which is very, very predictable. I'm sure that guys, you made good money out of it, or you learned good things. Thank you very much for that. That's what I was telling. Once you focus, you can learn and grow as a trader. Now, why did I have predicted this market that way? As I mentioned yesterday, if I look at the daily on DXY, we see that DXY is in a downtrend, as you can see that. Now, a trend is not built in one day. Either it will not be ending in one day. It takes time, because DXY is in a downtrend. Now only dollar, we can sell dollar for the time being. So once we see that DXY is in a downtrend, then as you can see, there is a middleman on the daily. It's basically a continuation pattern. What I think that this week, at least we should see a lower low on DXY. Now, why it is important for other pairs? So once you clearly see the pattern on DXY, then you can predict US30, NASDAQ, Euro dollar, Gbpusd, gold. So how we'll predict that? So basically everything will go. So with the weakening of dollar, other pairs will rise. Very simple. So if DXY drops, then US30 highly likely to rise, or at least sideways. NASDAQ rise, Aussie dollar, Euro dollar, Gbpusd, will go up. Dollar CAD likely to go down. Sometimes dollar CAD little bit of behave a little bit different way than other pairs because of the CAD relationship. The reason is, let's say suddenly, as I mentioned, oil is little bit of independent, which is dependent on CAD. And now when, let's say, dollar is dropping, suddenly oil dropping, so we might see USD CAD moving in a sideways, because weaker currency with weaker currency normally move in a sideways. So with that in mind, what I see that DXY currently is in a bearish move. So with that in mind, we have seen that on the daily perspective, this is the impulse on the daily, this is the correction. Now it is in another impulsive phase. So with that in mind, what we can expect now, DXY to continue to drop. Now if I look at intraday perspective, what I see that the previous session, there has been a bearish engulfer. You can see that this is a long bearish engulfer. Now with that bearish engulfer, the price basically has broken out of this head and shoulder. This is a very, very important head and shoulder. Now why it is important? Because this head and shoulder has formed below this very, very important level, where this is the previous support zone here. Okay, support zone here, which is turning here resistance here. And when you see a head and shoulder on the lower time frame in a very important level, is the sign that this local uptrend, we see a movement on the local uptrend, is turning to a downtrend, and that's the sign that bigger move to the downside. Now at this point, what we have seen that after the previous sessions bearish engulfer, okay, we see that the price now going up, giving us potential opportunity for sell, especially this narrow green doji. It's a high liquidity zone. In case if DXY hitting this narrow green doji, we will be selling, we will be buying Euro dollar, AUD USD, or Gbpusd for this week. As the USD news is coming, I think that for the short term, we could see some movement to the upside on DXY. So let's reflect that price action on euro dollar. Okay, looking at euro dollar. All right, so what we see that euro dollar created this impulse to the upside. Okay, now euro dollar also has done the same thing. You have seen my analysis on euro dollar yesterday, exactly where I have expected euro dollar have a bounce from here. Amazing. So now I'm sure that you guys made money from the analysis. I tried to give as fast as I can. And also in our Forex Trading User Academy, we secured quite a few awesome, almost 3.5% we gained from euro dollar yesterday trade, as you have seen that, guys. That's amazing for those who was in our, so I just sharing with you so that you can learn and I can explain to you. So you can see that these are the two trade, and I will explain what situation I have opened those trades, and so that you can learn from it and you can grow as a trader. As you can see, this is the euro dollar has created an inverted head and shoulder in this level. Now in what situation I have posted this analysis is when this candle was forming. Okay, the next one, right? So you have seen that from that candle we have formed this. I have posted this analysis. It was really and came out to be exactly we expected. And you know that this bearish engulfer, I know that many retail trader might get trapped in this bearish engulfer. This is a very crucial bearish engulfer. And why? Because you can see that this bearish engulfer in fact has quite a few candles highs broken and then closed back below as a long bearish engulfer. Now the trap is because many traders might think that this is a false breakout, you know, and even there was a time when I used to think in the same way, but over time, over experience, I learned that the main factor that I consider when I look at this price action is the trend. Always keep in mind, trend is your friend as long as you are in trading. So it is very important. I know that from my own psychology and from my students also, sometimes I look at that we sometimes try to look at more on pattern, because the pattern is easy to sometimes identify that, okay, this is a pattern here, look like a head and shoulder, I'm gonna sell. But the fact is that trend is always the most important part. And euro dollar, if you look at daily, we see that this is the daily chart, the candle already closed. But if I look at the lower time frame, we see that there was in fact a bullish candle on euro dollar in this time frame, and from that bullish candle we have seen that basically euro dollar has a big bounce. And I'm sure that those who watch that early analysis, definitely you had a good trade. If you haven't, no worries, just learn, focus on learning. I'm sure that you will be a good trader very soon. You are already a good trader, and just focus on learning. Thank you very much. Good morning, coach. Gold, Aussie dollar. Yeah, we'll look at it. Dollar yen, absolutely. Thank you, Amarsana. Hello, sir. Sandal, hi, sir. Hope you are good. US30 gold and US oil. Absolutely. Good morning, boss. Can you check USD CAD? Yeah, absolutely. I'll check it. May Venantila. Good morning, coach. Thank you for being very accommodating. Thank you for being so supportive to the channel. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Good morning, coach. Thank you. EurogBP, what's your thought? I'll look at Mila. Can you measure how much more will DXY drop? Okay, Mila, I'll look at it. So two question important. I'll look at all of them, guys. Thank you very much. So let's first look at EuroGBP, and then we'll see them what's happening. Looking at Euro GBP, what I see that, okay, Euro GBP, it's okay, this is the daily chart. What I see that Euro GBP, this daily candle exactly as predicted. You remember during the London session or New York session, this is what I mentioned, that daily candle likely to close here, and did that. Now this price action on daily on Euro GBP, to me it's bullish. Now for me personally, if Euro GBP has come to this level, okay, see that this is a very, very important level. I personally will open a big buy, but it may not drop that further, but sorry, okay, if Euro GBP at least drop to this level, at least to this long, where there is a long wick candle, then definitely we will open a long position here. Okay, Euro GBP, as it's a high probability bullish market. Now you can see primarily a multiple time liquidity grab and creating series of higher low. Now you can see that this long doji here, which is a very, very important candle, highly likely that if in case the price break this doji, it will be a big buy from here. Or even if Euro GBP drop to this level, this zone could be a very good place for opening buy position. And I always look for this kind of zone, high probability to set up, so that I can send it to my students as well, because I also trade, and also I trade for my students who are trading with us, learning our strategy in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. If you want to learn this best trading strategy, in my opinion, in this platform, in this whole industry, then you can find a link in the description area. You can visit the website, join us. There is a lot of things to experience, as you can see, including this incredible trading tool, that is our TF or trend following strategy, translated into a Python script, which is available for all the students who are joining our lifetime access plan. So let's jump on to DXY. Next question to handle it. Now what I see that the question from that how much DXY might drop. Let's look at bigger picture for that reason. So for me, DXY, I strongly believe that at least will break this high, low. Why? Okay, let me tell you why. So which is, I think that at least 101.30 should come back down. The reason is, as I mentioned earlier, price normally moves from liquidity to liquidity. Why? Because this is how big boys place the order in the market. The market moves according to big boys, not us. We just go in their flow. So the reason euro dollar is likely to come back this level, this is where the highest amount of liquidity on the monthly. So, and highly likely that the price will come back here, will create a lower high, and then we might see the bullish move starting. So if I look at this one on the daily, then I would say that this is a very important level. So the price, you can see that now it is creating this impulse and then correction. It is in another impulsive phase. So this week or early next week, we could see a drop and then again correction. So that's how the market moves. And it could be that this month DXY is coming back here again. And from this level, you see that there's a big bullish move happen. And then we might see that DXY slowly consolidating here and then changing its downtrend to the uptrend, going back up again. So yeah, that's what I think, that on DXY, I think that's how the market moves. But at the same time, as you know, the trading is all about probability. As you have seen in my analysis, sometime I could be wrong. That's fine. Nothing wrong with being wrong in trading. The only fact is that we stay in the high probability and that's how we make money from trading. Catherick, good job, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum. Hi there, thank you. Madami Furball, hi, thank you. Good morning, sir. No problems. Maria, morning, coach. Please analyze Aussie yen. Absolutely. Maybe I have gold sell from 17. What can I do? Where did you sell gold? Okay, so I really not sure which strategy you applied, but what I would say that if you sold this level, look, you need to manage the trade. If you opened it, what I would do in your place, I would close break even because the price is in that level. So what I would do normally, if I take a bad trade, probably it's not, it's okay to take. I take a lot of bad trade, even still I take sometime bad trade, so that's okay. But the thing is that the best thing is to learn to manage the trade. So if I realize that I take a bad trade against the trend or anything like this happen, as soon as I realize, what I do firstly, in all my trade, I normally manage proper risk management 1%, not more than this. But if I see that still this 1% worth, isn't it? So what I do, I normally move my take profit at entry, and then I keep my stop loss where reduce the risk. So what happen is that in most cases the price again come to the entry and take me out of the trade. That's how I don't lose anything. So in that way, let's say if I still hold the trade, then if it is a bad trade, then chances that, let's say out of 80% chances that I will get a stop loss hit, right? This is the situation. But when I move my take profit, instead of taking loss, when I move my take profit to the entry and I keep my stop loss, then chances of coming back is almost more than 50% case. You see that the price move up and down, especially in gold. So then I'll be out of trade without any loss. Even I put a little bit of in profit so that I can, exit the trade with at least the commission spread can cover. So that's how I manage the trade. Now it depends on you what strategy you applied. You need to look at it. That's my opinion. That's how I manage the trade. Morning, coach. Thank you. Prince, dear sir, I'm starting my Forex trading journey today. Amazing, Prince. Thank you very much here for being here. Any wise words to start? Prince Singh. Very good question. I think that it's an important question for anyone, even for those who are trading for some time. The best advice I will give: start in a demo account first. Okay, demo account. This is the first advice that I will give. Do not go live until you feel fully recharged. Now I know that there is a concept behind it, is that some says that, okay, when you trade on a live account, then you may pay more attention than demo account. That's true. When you are in a live account, you pay more attention, because when the real money goes up and down, we pay attention. When pay attention, then we learn. That's true. So in that case, what I would say, that start in a very small account. So now what is the small account size is in fact depending on person to person where you are living. Let's say in a country, maybe $100 is a small account, or in a country maybe $200 is a small account, or maybe $10 is a small account for some. Okay, so depending on where you are, I would say that start with a very, very small account, because highly likely that the first account we most of the time we blow out. And so it's the weight, because the mistakes happens. Even the first account, the reason blowout is because sometime even you took the right trade, everything, maybe you forgot to put a stop loss, or maybe something happened that you didn't experience before. So that's why I'll say that trade in a small account, and beside trade in a demo account also, and try to learn the game of trading in a small account, so that in case you lose that account, You are not, it's not the end of the world, but you learning a very important skill. And once you become a consistently profitable trader, then slowly scale up the account with the growth of that account. Let's say you are profitable now. Let's say from $100 you started $1,000. Okay, let's make it happen to 1100 and then add something here. And then, so that's how motivation also works. Let's say you put $1,000 and then you made $100 trading profit, and then add another 100. It becomes, so the faster it will grow, you will feel more motivated, and there will be a day when you can even replace your something job or anything like that with trading, which is pretty possible. All the students in our academy doing very well, and we are committed to give the best trading education possible ever. So Mila, thank you very much. Mila, we have FOMC next week on Wednesday. There will be a volatility for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Dennis says, good morning, coach. Thanks for the nice trades yesterday. Thank you very much. Can recommend people to join your community. Can you look later, US30? Thanks. Have a nice day, everybody. Thank you, Dennis. I know that you are an amazing member in our VIP channel. Dennis, thank you very much for your appreciation and recommendation to the community. Amazing. Thank you very much. Let's look at US30. Okay, so US30, what I see that looking at monthly, so US30 is in a zone where we could see potentially bullish move, as you can see on the gold. And no problems, Recep. Thank you very much. That's amazing. Thank you very much. Okay, so US30, what I see that in fact it was a strongly bullish market. US30, you can see that this is an impulse to the upside, and then it is in a correction. Okay, with that correction, what we can expect now push to the upside again. As you can see, gold and euro dollar is going up, so we can expect now a push to the upside, because the price already came certain level, and from that level we can expect another push to the upside. Looking at the weekly time frame, what we see that on the weekly perspective, as you can see on the weekly, the price already has broken this previous back-to-back 2 weekly low, and with that breakdown, the price grab liquidity from here. Now we see that a push happened to the upside on the weekly perspective. Now if I look at the daily, what I see that US30 from this very important level of support and resistance, we see that very important level, which is the resistance here. Okay, resistance here, just turning support here, support here. We see, I think that it's a very good place for, we have seen from that level, we had seen a significant bounce. And if I look at the bigger picture again on the weekly, what I think that weekly perspective, this is the weekly candle, and we could see a little bit of weekly close to the upside on US30 along this zone, and then after coming another wave down, we could see that bullish move. So US30 wholehearted bullish monthly, weekly and daily. And for me, what I think that it could do, that the price might come back to daily 20 period moving average, and from the daily 20 period moving average we could see that US30 is going up again. So yeah, so this is the daily chart. Now for getting bullish, now as you can see on the daily perspective, we have seen already a bullish candle has been formed on US30. Now with that bullish candle, let's draw this daily 20 EMA here. Now with that daily 20 EMA, I see that this is the level where I think the price likely to come back here and then to go up. So let's say 33.69.8 could be a zone for potential bullish setup on US30. This level, which is pretty important, and at the same time you can see it has formed an order block here. This is an order block. As you can see, there is a long consolidation and then liquidity gap and then break to the upside. So with that consolidation and series of higher low, we have seen that US30 has formed a long bullish price action. So this is an impulse correction. It is in another impulsive phase. So for going long, what I would say, as you know, that US30 does more of false breakout than real breakout. So this level, this zone that we have drawn, what I would wait for this level, the price to come back here, and as soon as the price will be here, sure, unless I'm very, I missed it. Sometime I miss, but if I don't miss it from this level, I'll go long on US30, which is high probability zone for bullish move. Mini, I'm not sure, Mini, to be honest. You need to decide on your trade, but normally I explain what I would do if I think that a trade didn't go in my way. So that's how I manage the trade. Everyone has his own way of managing. I'm sure that you have also your own way of managing, and I'll tell you to follow your own way of doing things. That's how we learn normally, rather than the things that the education I'm giving here is available, but at the same time you need to keep faith on yourself also. Every learning comes from inside, so you can learn from us and also try to experiment by yourself also many things, so that you can create your own way of doing things. That's the best thing I can say. In daily TF USD CAD, I see everything star. Robertson, the star is not a signal. So star is just nothing. If I turn on the TF, you see all those stars, they are not anything. The alert is normally we'll see this like this buy or sell. Okay, you see this buy, the only this one, this cross is nothing. Okay, don't consider anything on them. So the only thing that you see buy, but at the same time do not take a blind trade definitely, because as you know that this indicator is basically our trend following strategy translated into a Pine script. So this is basically a scanner. Okay, a scanner will give you a quick location where the trade is. Once you see that buy or sell signal, you must see all the rules of the strategy. If you learn the strategy, you already know that rules. If you see that the rules is satisfying, then only you will consider it as a trade. Otherwise I will not recommend to only use that. That's why I tell that do not use the indicator without learning the strategy, and that's why all the students, I only give access to that indicator to those who are learning the strategy, because if you without learning the strategy, using the indicator is not safe. Gold, absolutely, thank you very much. Master Euro AUD, yeah, absolutely. Can you do a video about hedging? Yeah, I'll look at it, no problems, we'll do that. Thank you, Dennis, amazing. Thank you very much for your appreciation and help. Okay, so let me look at one of you asked for natural gas XNG USD. Now natural gas, I think that probably is the level that I have drawn is still here when the price was here. This is what I mentioned, that natural gas should have a bounce, and it did it. You can see that from this support it had a bounce. Now there is a gap opening on natural gas. You can see that this is the gap opening. If I look at the daily, we see that there's a big gap, and what I think that natural gas is likely to fill that gap. Okay, and what I think, because you see that this is the daily chart, as I mentioned earlier, I always first look at daily before anything, and then look at higher time frame and then lower time frame. So that's how easy to understand. And when I, just repeating again in the middle, when I sit down on the desk, the first thing I do is I look at DXY. The reason is, when you look at DXY in the beginning of your session, you will have a clear idea of all the pairs, that what it is doing. So what I see that natural gas XNGUSD, you see that this is the daily price action. There's a big impulse happen. Now we can expect a correction, because when you see this kind of impulse directly hit an important level, where this is the resistance here, this is the support here, this is the support here, okay, that level, you could see that the price might bounce from this support. Now if we take our Fibonacci for this move, from starting of this move to the end of the move, what we see that exactly just above 38.2% Fibonacci level is the gap level. And what I think, highly likely, because it's had a drop, the price should continue to drop again from this daily 20 EMA. I think that natural gas will go up further, because the market doesn't like to leave a gap unchecked. So the gap is still not fully tested, so you could see some movement to the upside to this daily 20 EMA, and from that level we can expect a bounce. Now if I look at the intraday perspective, we could see that XNGUSD or natural gas to have a bounce to the upside, and this is where the daily 20 EMA. At the same time, if we consider this, then we might see even further move to the upside. So there are a couple of levels that we can look at for XNGUSD, levels or zone. So we could potentially see even here. Okay, so these are the levels that we can look at for XNGUSD. So for the time being, short term is bullish, and after going there, when it will form another pattern, we can expect to drop. So for the time being, I think that it is still bullish, but let's see what happens. This is a long term bearish market, locally uptrend. So the best practice is for the price to go up along the local up channel. Once you see the price bounce from an important level, then we can consider selling this instrument. Okay guys, so let me look at now British pound US dollar. Now along with dollar index, we see that Gbpusd, also the previous session, has created a very important bullish engulfer. This is a bullish engulfer. There's one here, there's one here, back to back, two bullish engulfer, a bullish engulfer, back to back, two. So what I think that, as you can see, there already an impulse. We need to wait for a local correction. So what I would say, next zone, especially during the London session, starting of London session, the price reversed. Normally if we see a reversal here, we will be opening long position on Gbpusd. Now as this is a weekend, let's look at weekly price action. We see that this is the weekly candle, which is dodgy, right? What I think today, later today, the price first will break the weekly high, weekly opening and close, and then we'll come back down, and then we'll go back up. We could see a weekly close even as a dodgy like that. Okay, highly likely would see that. So then if we see that weekly close as a dodgy, let's say if we want to see, which is highly likely to happen, in this level a close, then what will happen for the rest of the time later today before weekly close? That's what we need to look at, so that we know when to enter and when to exit. Now look, what I said is that it's my like a prediction. It's not that it will happen like that. It could happen the way the price action is formed. That's what I see. Let's say that it might go up a little bit or stay come down a little bit, but this could be the zone that we can see GBPUSD is closing on the weekly. Now looking at the daily, so in that case pardon me guys, let's say we could see during the news a breakdown, okay? And that's why trend is so important. See, when I wait for the opportunity for the price to break down against the trend, keep in mind, so wait for the price to break down against the trend. So now GBPUSD, what we see that it's in a bullish move. I'll be waiting for during the news we could see some breakdown against the trend, right? And with that breakdown we could find again bullish setup. And as the news is coming later today, what I think that there is one probability for GBPUSD. Now this one, current one, you see that after this bullish engulfer, it's forming a doji. So this, if this one form a doji, it is also a continuation pattern. So you could see a rise. Another probability is for the price to come for a deeper retracement along this zone. And the only way I'll open buy position if GBPUSD come to this level, which is very, very important high area of value. Now, if I look at the daily, you can see it basically completely downside. And this is where, let's say, if which is a probability highly likely, if GBPUSD come back down here to this, where there will be a 4-hour 20 EMA, and also will break this back-to-back to doji, and it will move against this trend. And if we buy from here, keeping stop loss below this low, take profit here, could give us a 90% probability trade. And that is how traders make money. Now, if you really want to be a trader, then you need to develop that patience. There's no other alternative way. Even in the lower time frame, you need that patience. Now you might say, okay, what if GBPUSD is not coming back down? No problem, we have many trades. Even by being that patient, you have seen that the day before yesterday we secured 2 profitable gold trade. Yesterday we secured 2 massive euro dollar trade. So every day we are having 2 trades, 3 trades. So yeah, it's not that I'm being patient and I'm not getting trade. I'm getting enough trade, but at the same time being patient, wait for the right opportunity come to me, and then I jump on a trade. So that's what I find most easy way to trade. Hopefully that it will also resonating with you in the same way, because I know that being patient sometimes a bit hard, but that's okay. Over time you learn it. It's a learning game. Thank you very much. Good morning, gold coach for lower time frame. Krunal, yeah, looking at it. Will there be a news today, coach? Yeah, there will be a news. So let me look at like Forex Factory. Okay, if I look at the calendar on Forex Factory, what I see that USD at 12:30 a.m. Sydney time, which is now 4:18 p.m. USD news is coming. 2 news coming today, 12:31 and 2 a.m. 1. So almost both of them will cover. The first one will cover, second one, if we have time, we'll cover that too. And I'm sure that we will have good trade even that time as well, or before the news. Normally on Friday in London session is very good trade, and that is why after this live session until the next one, I'll be on top of the chart to find the best trading opportunity, guys. So if you want to trade those instruments, you also can join us. There is a link in the description area, and also there is a link at the top of the chat. Visit the website, join the lifetime access plan to become an independent, professional, profitable trader, to learn our strategies and to be a great part of the community. Amazing traders, they are amazing. All the traders in this Forex Trading Wizard Academy, they have a multiple like different knowledges, sharing each other. You know that if you want to be something, what I would say that environment is very important. I have seen not only and that is why that the workplace, sometimes it is seen that the people who work from office 2 to 3 times more productive than those work from home for their office. The reason is the environment. When you are in an environment, you start to think in that way, and because it's an energy. And when I started trading, and that is why I created this group, VIP chat group, is because when I started trading, I had no one to share knowledge, gain experience, and I stumbled a lot. I learned from mistakes, losing a lot of stumbling, and over time I thought that okay, this is what actually everyone need. I need to be with the traders as a trader, and that's what my passion, and I really love doing it, spending time with you guys. Thank you. And so okay, yeah, USDCHF absolutely has been today when we to the market after the US news. Okay, so it depends on Reggie when we are finding the trading opportunity, because we don't know when we can enter. The only thing, sometime even in the last 5 minutes of the candle close, then we know that we are going for a trade. The clear example is euro dollar. You can see that euro dollar in the last, let's replay this chart, then you'll understand what I mean. Its candle close is very, very important. You see that when euro dollar, the analysis I was posting, it was a bullish candle here. Now when did this candle turn to be bearish? You see that up to here bullish. This is 15 minutes chart. 1 2 3 4, exactly in the last hour, aggressively the price dropped and closed back here. Amazing, isn't it? So that is why if even 1 hour earlier the price was here, and from here in just an hour of matter it reversed. And if euro dollar, when I did the bullish, I predicted to be the price here exactly came here, but if it didn't come here, let's say if close as a bullish candle, I wouldn't enter euro dollar trade, because I need a very high area of value, and that is why candle close is so important. And sometime you see that this kind of movement happen in the last 5 minutes even. From here a big candle drop and the close here in the last 5 minutes and closed as a red bearish engulfer on the 4 hour. And that's how euro dollar, gold, everything moves. So we need to be on it. That's how we normally look at the market. So yeah, that's why I normally wait for confirmation and then enter. So in the meantime, as I mentioned, that anytime coming up, will not miss anything, either in YouTube live or in our without live, whenever coming. The goal is to trade and to make money. So let's jump on US oil. Okay, US oil, what I see that this is the daily chart, guys. As you can see, US oil, this is the last day's candle. We have seen a strong pin bar, bearish pin bar has formed. Now this is a very, very important daily candle. Why? Because it has a strong liquidity gap from the top. What I think that US oil now preparing for another drop. As I mentioned before, it is a long-term bearish market. Then where is the best place for selling? Couple of zones we can look for potential bearish setup on US oil. As you can see, this is the daily chart. I will be looking at zone out the level. So where we can find potential selling opportunity. This is one, this is another one. So for me to sell US oil, I need to see the price again has come back here, at least to this intraday 4 hour time frame, and from that level we can expect US oil to drop. So there are two probability. One is to create another overextended market. So that is why, as I mentioned, candle close is so important. Yesterday when we are in live, I think this candle was closed, and this is what I mentioned, that US oil likely to drop from here. It did it exactly. Now what I think that US oil might go up again. Okay, so either to test this 4-hour 20 EMA or to go up even to create another overextended market. If it does, if it creates another overextended market, definitely I'll be selling US oil. Absolutely, it will be awesome. So for me, the best bet will be on another overextended market. So I normally try to find the best possible opportunity to have a very high probability trade setup. Prince, thank you, sir. No problem. Thank you very much. So with that in mind, guys, I'm almost at the end of this session. It was just a preparation. So from here, we have seen that basically we are waiting for a deeper retracement on dollar pairs. Once we will find that deeper retracement, we will be jumping on a trade, and I will be coming live again on New York session and London session, and that time there will be news. If there's any trade, you will jump on it, and in the meantime, if I find anything, yeah, definitely I will be posting on our Telegram channel, where all the students learning and trading, and also we'll be posting on it. Okay, look at Gbpusd and then see. Okay, Gbpusd. Okay, so we already discussed it on Gbpusd as well. As you can see, this candle is closing in 33 minutes. What I need Gbpusd for a deeper retracement. If it drops here, then we'll be buying. So that the level that I have drawn is a very important zone for Gbpusd to drop to open a potential buy position, because there has been an impulse. We need a correction, and then we will jump on a trade once you see that. So with that in mind, guys, don't miss out any chances. Just give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel, and also visit the website to join us to learn our strategies and also trade with us. With that said, thank you very much for your support, and I'll see you during the London and New York session again. Thank you very much.